If you're here, you're probably wondering about the costs of getting divorced and how much it could potentially set you back, even if you and your spouse already agree on the terms. First things first, a divorce can be less expensive if both parties agree, but how much it actually ends up costing depends on a number of different factors. To estimate an accurate price, you need to consider solicitors' fees, the cost of a divorce application, and any financial settlement fees. There's now a new divorce process that came into effect in April 2022. All divorces are now considered uncontested, which means that there's no need for a court hearing if both parties agree to the divorce. This has helped to create an environment where both parties respect each other throughout the process, making splitting finances and assets easier. At least that's the hope. Now, how much does a no-fault divorce cost? It's hard to say, since there are differences in solicitors' fees and financial settlement fees. Some people can even qualify for free legal aid and court fee waivers, while others don't even use a solicitor. The average UK divorce is estimated to cost around £14,561 according to Money Helper, but this figure includes all the additional expenses outside of the divorce process, such as needing to go and rent a new apartment or for child maintenance. The actual cost of the divorce itself will usually be a lot cheaper, especially when both parties agree. If you need to use a solicitor, the person applying for the divorce, the petitioner, will pay somewhere between £500 and £1,000 in solicitors' fees on average. The person who has to respond to the divorce application, the respondent, will also pay their own solicitors' fees, which are typically between £250 and £600. There may be more solicitors' fees further down the process, but the extent of these fees will depend on each case and the complexity of finances and assets. A divorce application fee will need to be paid by the petitioner only, and this fee is £593. Financial settlement fees will depend on the complexity of your case. Some cases will cost around £350 to £400 for a financial remedial consent order, whereas more complex cases can cost over £1,000. If the petitioner and respondent cannot agree on the way finances and assets should be split, they may have to use mediation services costing roughly £100 an hour. If this doesn't work, they can choose divorce arbitration services costing £3,500 to be paid 50-50, or they can go to court, which can cost a staggering £10,000 to over £30,000 in solicitors' fees each. So how much is a divorce in the UK if both parties agree? A no-fault divorce where both parties agree to a financial settlement without further action can cost a couple of £100 up to about £1,000. The exact cost will depend on personal circumstances, legal aid privileges, and the agreement that you make with your spouse about the costs. In a nutshell, it's always best to avoid going to court if you want a cheap divorce. The cheapest price you can pay for a UK divorce is free, which will only be possible for people who qualify for free legal aid support and divorce application fee waivers, usually meaning low-income workers without significant savings or those on benefits. If you're wanting further help with the details of your divorce, then a popular option is to consult a solicitor. There's many online solicitors that work out cheaper and easier than meeting in person. Just Answer, for example, only costs £5 for a trial. It's a really useful service which one of my colleagues used to tackle an overdue parking ticket, and he ended up saving himself over £270. I've linked that offer in the description, and if you use that, you'll also be supporting MoneyNode, so thank you.